Guys, welcome. We finally got her. It's taken a while, but ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Liverbird Lizzy Evo tonight. Lizzy, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in and actually waiting to get me on. I appreciate it massively.
Proper diva, guys.
So I'm sorry, everyone. I'm fashionably late.
It's cool to be late, apparently.
It's really not.
Oh, is it not?
No.
That must be a thing from the 90s then. Never mind. So the way this works, guys, obviously, if you've already pre-ordered, can you please write in the comment box what you would like to have written on your photo? Because we do invoice you and we do ask you, and some people don't reply. You just pay. So if you have ordered a photo tonight, there's 20 odd of you. So please, can you make sure that you put in what you'd like written, provided it's polite and nothing derogatory. That would be great. And obviously keep your questions clean. Hopefully we'll start getting, there we go, people are straight
we
in
have
now.
We are live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch tonight as well, so there's questions coming from all over.
One second, everyone. Mum, I'm just on a thing, on an interview. Sorry, everyone.
Tell you, honestly, you couldn't write this shit, could you?
It's always fucking me, I swear, Dan. This is why I barely do this stuff.
You've just got such a busy lifestyle.
It's a nightmare sometimes, though, because it's like so much is going on at once, and I'm like, stop.
Just wanted to stop for a minute and just leave me the fuck alone. Okay, so we're going to go again, guys. If you've ordered a photo, can you please just write down what you would like on your photo? Oh, there's loads here. Oh my god. Throw the question down first.
No worries. So question one from Daniel Smith then. Who inspired you to become a wrestler?
I have a few people that inspired me. One was Randy Orton. Massive fan of everything that he did, promo wise, wrestling wise. I learned a lot off him before I even wrestled that I didn't realize that I just subconsciously picked up on along the way, like his bump and feed and stuff like that. So yeah, Randy Orton was probably the biggest inspiration for me wanting to be a wrestler. Female wise was Maria Kanellis, and I think it was just purely because she was completely different to everyone else at the time, and that's what I liked about it. I could relate so much to her in my personal life. So yeah, they were my two inspirations, what got me into wrestling.
Must have bet you never hear Maria Kanellis as an inspiration.
I know it's mad, isn't it? I always listen for people's inspirations, and I'm like, yeah, mine is not the same as everyone else's.
No, not at all. Not at all. But it's good to have an inspiration. It's good to have someone that you look up to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go straight into photo number one before we take the next question. So this is obviously, if you can see it, we've got it on the screen at the bottom. This is obviously, there we go. So that is obviously you as Eliza Alexander in NXT UK. So we've got 3 on the pre-sale on this one. So we're going to start with Adam Wright. Adam, if you're watching, which I'm pretty sure you will be, yes, he is. Can you just write down what you want, please? We'll go with Jess's first, and she would like to Jess.
Yep.
Follow your dreams, and then your autograph, please.
Love that, Jess. Always follow your dreams, girl.
There's going to be some Scouse lingo here, guys. I will translate. I will help out. I'm an honorary Scouser sometimes, being at TNT, so that should be all right. Unless Jay gets on and shouts at me, so we'll see.
There's Jess's done.
Yeah, go on.
So Adam has said, can I have one signed Eliza Alexander and NXT UK lives forever?
Okay.
Does it? I don't think it does, mate, but hey, good effort. Jesus Christ. I don't know do we want NXT UK to live forever? It's a tough one, that one, isn't it? Mad for it. Right. And then we'll go, and then the last one is for Shane, and he would just like to Shane, and then your autograph.
Coolio.
And then, if you wouldn't mind just signing the remainder ones, just for your autograph, so they're not personalised or anything. Just if you could do on that number one, thank you. We'll get back to some questions whilst you're doing that.
So the next question is from Adam Ashley. Did you have to try out for NXT UK, or were you scouted?
They reached out with an email asking if I was interested in taking part of NXT UK, and then once I replied saying yeah, they invited us to a tryout, and then after the tryout, they just kept in contact and invited me back a few times.
Where was the direction going to go? If obviously if you hadn't stopped, what was the direction for Eliza?
I feel it never really got round to having much of a conversation. I feel like I believe they knew the whole product was going to actually be coming to an end. Yeah. So no talks were even mentioned about stuff like that. But from their perspective and the storylines they put me in and how they booked me and kept me strong, really gave me a little bit of belief and hope that they saw a bit of potential in what I was doing. But we never really got round to talking about like taking it further.
Yeah, obviously you can't do the Lizzy Evo stuff on national TV, can you? Unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is a shame, because if anyone hasn't seen Lizzy live in person, it's a completely different character to how she is outside of the ring. It's almost like, they'll say you turn yourself up 100%.
Yeah. My mum says it all the time. My mum's like, you just dialed up a little bit, aren't you? And I'm like, yeah.
But hey, if your mum gets it, everyone should get it.
Exactly. That's what I say.
That's brilliant. That is brilliant. Next question, Dan.
So the next question, I think she means opponent here, but this is from Jess. So who is your dream opponent? And was simply amazing to watch you again at 1PW.
Oh, thank you, Jess. 1PW is like becoming my favourite place to work at the minute. Like, the fans give me that much shit that I don't even have to do anything. So yeah, it's fun being there. What was the question again? Sorry.
Who is your dream opponent?
Who is your Sasha Banks is most definitely my dream opponent of like everyone that is out there at the minute. I love her. I love how she works. She's got the character down to a T. She knows exactly who she is and where she wants to go. And she basically doesn't take shit or take no for an answer. And as a woman, that's what you aspire to be like. So yeah, Sasha Banks is definitely up there as a dream opponent for me.
What was it like wrestling Mickie James last year?
Yeah, that was so sick. That's my claim to fame. I'm like, who I wrestle? Because when people are like, oh yeah, you're still doing that boxing, and I'm like, mate, it's wrestling. But then when you mention people's names, like, oh, I wrestle Mickie James, and then instantly you've got their attention because she's a name that everyone knows, especially if you watch WWE growing up. Like, people who have kids who watch WWE, they know Mickie James. So it's like, I'm there for ages talking about it. So sometimes I don't mention it, but then I'm like, it's that cool, and I got to do that. So yeah, you just can have this for a bit.
It was a good match as well.
I did enjoy that. Yeah, she was lovely as well. Really nice person, and dead down to earth. She wasn't judgmental about anything. Like, normally when they say when you meet like your heroes and that, like, you never want to meet them again. And she was that nice that like I wish I could work her all the time.
Yeah,
but everyone would, Mickie James.
I was going to say, Lizzy had a massive entourage that night as well. loads of people just rocking up. I think one of your friends gave me your T-shirts, and they're like, "Oh, can you sell these for us?" I was like,
"Oh, really?"
Yeah, I was like, "They're not supposed to go to me, but I'll put them with the 1PW stuff."
Yeah, my family don't have a clue, and they just come. But someone said to me last time, "Is that your family out there?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And you're like, "You can just tell."
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks.
Good people. Good people, though. Good people.
Love my family.
Right, then. We're going to move on to photo number 2, guys, which is Lizzie multiple belts here.
Yeah, boy.
So we've got the TNT title. We've got Defiant, Catch.
And that in the middle is the PCW women's title, that one.
Oh, is that PCW, is it?
It is, yeah. Well, it was, yeah.
I didn't realise that.
The cat saying hi, everyone.
Hey, there we go. Love cats around here. Right, so the first one is for Stuart, and he would just like 2 Stuarts, and then your autograph. Obviously, the Lizzy Evo one.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Sorted.
What did Adam want? Just a quick one there, Dan. Did you just want?
Is this Adam Ashley?
No, Adam Wright.
Adam Wright.
He just got Lizzie can write whatever she wants.
Lizzie can write whatever she wants. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to write that. Lizzie can write whatever she wants.
Do it. Do it.
That's what he asked for.
Lizzie says, fuck off. There you go.
Just draw the middle finger.
Do it. Do it. He's not fussed. He loves it. He loves it.
Adam Ashley just put do it.
Oh, if I was good at drawing, I would.
Can't just draw. How can you not draw middle finger?
I mean, anyone who knows me will be like, fair enough, but
Fair play. Right, and then the next one is for Jess again, and she would just like your autograph on this one. She hasn't asked for it to be personalised or anything like that, unless she says anything. Oh, Adam Wright says Lana Austin called me a loser on her photo. Good, because you are.
Yeah, it sounds like you might be a loser then, brother.
Yeah, unfortunately so. Unfortunately so. Cool. And then the next one is for Kevin, and he would like 2 Kev.
Yeah.
And then Liverbird Lizzy Evo.
Oh my God, sorry about the noise, everyone. Sounds like a zoo in here.
Busy, busy, busy. Hey, Dan, I feel like I'm going to get cramp again. Fall off my chair. We did it live a while ago, and I'd just been to the gym and I got back and I had cramp in both my thighs. And I fell off my chair and it was embarrassing as fuck, but don't want to do that again. Okay, the next one is for Scott, and he would just like 2 Scots, Liverbird Lizzy Evo.
I'm actually getting proper cuddles off the cat on camera.
That's all right. I don't know where my cats are. Probably maybe Booth.
She is the nosiest cat I've ever met, though. You know, like if there's anything going on outside, she's at the window. Like she just wants to see everything that's going on.
So bring my big fella in.
Oh no!
Hey, big fella.
He's a belter.
Hi. This is Dusty.
Dusty.
Yeah.
Dusty, this is Kitty.
Yeah, look at that. See? He's perked up. Yeah, big fella. Hey? He's such a soft shit, this one, man.
He's so fluffy. He's cute.
He's lovely. Hi,
I love cats, you know. Cats are my favourite. Like,
the better than dogs, are they?
My favourite.
I better than dogs. Look at you. Look at you. Right. You're purring.
Yeah, he's better than you.
I haven't got any cats. I've got a kid I can go grab, but
don't go grabbing kids. Don't go grabbing kids, mate. You'll get word about you.
Well, yeah, that's not good.
Right, and then we're going to go still on photo 2. You don't need to look me for it, mate.
Yeah.
The last one on photo 2 is to Simon, and he would like 2 Simon top ref. Liverbird Lizzy Evo, please. You're right. You have to lick me for it. Because your breath stinks.
And then just sign the rest as Lizzy Evo, yeah?
Yeah, please. Do you say Evo or Evo?
Evo, Ev. Oh.
Ev.
But you know what?
Evo.
You know what, Chris? That many people say Evo. I'm like, I don't fucking know what it is anymore. Like, I think it's Evo at this point.
Well, it used to be Lizzie Styles, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Quite a few people pulled me up and were like, you might want to change that, you know. So when I Googled Lizzy Styles, yes, I changed it straight away when I saw the results. And I was like, yeah, cool. And then someone else was like, yeah, it's a bit too close to AJ Styles, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just got away from it as quick as I could. It was purely for Harry Styles when I was... Because you got to think, when I started wrestling, I was 14 and I was a massive One Direction fan. And I didn't have any idea that wrestling would be as good as what it is today. So, yeah, the name does haunt me a little bit.
That conversation started down with, I used to be a One Direction fan. Never heard that on a live ever.
First time for everything, Chris.
Oh, mate. What are you doing to us? One Direction.
I swear, like I was
Don't lose your street
14,
cred on
so
me.
I was like a young when I started. So the things that other people were like getting the names from, I was like, cool. I just like One Direction. I fancy Harry Styles, so let's just do
Why
that.
not? How come you were Harriet Styles? That'd have been different. You don't look like a Harriet Dan, do you?
No.
No. He's very quiet. He's normally quiet.
We've got loads of comments coming through. I'm keeping an eye on all the comments.
John, we have got photos left.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, yeah. Oh, God. What? Oh, really, John? He said, are you a red or a blue?
What?
Oh,
I've had someone else ask about a football question as well.
Do you not understand what Liverbird means? Fuck me, John.
Yeah, I'm a red, diehard red, born red, and I could never have been a blue. Otherwise, I would have been battered in my family.
That's ridiculous. It's got to be one of the worst questions we've ever had.
Nah, I guess some people like to hear it straight from the mouth. So yeah, I'm a red, and I'll always be a red. Liverpool through and through, brothers.
It's because we put the Liverpool badge on the main picture to promote the signing.
Oh,
so that just shows that John Morley doesn't, keep up to date with anything. He's old, so don't worry about it. There are
questions there, Chris.
Left, guys. Bournemouth? Has he banged his head? What's everyone doing tonight? Do you think Everton will go down?
What do I think Everton what? I was reading that question as you said it.
Oh, what are your thoughts on intergender matches? Ooh.
Yeah, I love intergender wrestling. I think if it's done properly, it can be amazing. I know it's like a touchy subject for a lot of people, but so for example, when I started training, after a couple of years, I left the place I started at because I didn't feel it was progressing me anymore. And I went to Infinite Promotions where Gypsy John Kenny was taking classes. And I was the only girl training there at the time. And quite a few of the lads wouldn't touch me. Like they would be very cautious wrestling me. And it would piss me off in the end because I'd be like, how the fuck am I supposed to get better at wrestling when you just won't touch me? Like, I get that you're very careful, and then one day John Kenny was like, when she comes through them doors, you don't have to treat her as, oh, this is a female. Like, I'm a wrestler at the end of the day. And like, I know I'm not doing ballet, for fuck's sake. Like, wrestle with me. I don't give a shit. You want equal rights, so let me have it with you.
Yeah. No, it's good though. It's good that people recognise that you're not just there, and you can mix it up with the boys. You know what I mean?
I always watch like women that have intergender matches, especially on the indies, because people not only get so creative, but they can tell a good fucking story with it. So if it's done properly, I think it can be really, really, really good, and you can get some money from it. Yeah, definitely.
I remember sitting with Chris Dickinson. Do you know when he did that chair shot? Was it Candice LeRae, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting with Chris about maybe 2 weeks after, and he just turned around and he was like, "Look, I've got so much heat for that." He goes, "But it was her idea."
Yeah.
He was like,
a lot of us females will come up with ideas like that, and then that's where you do see the lads are like, "Oh, I don't know about that," because they are right in saying like they do get a lot of the heat more than the women do if it's an intergender spot. Like I do see that. And that's why people should really keep their opinion to themselves if they don't really know or understand. But then again, it's 2023. No one does that. So, yeah.
Everyone gets offended by the slightest thing.
Exactly. There wasn't all that stuff recently about intergender wrestling on Twitter. And I remember logging in and I was like, I know for a fact I'd have some of these bastards in a real fight. Like, I don't even need to, like, go and fake wrestle with some of these people. Like, I will actually legit batter you for real. So don't sit there and say women can't wrestle men. Because if it come down to it, I'd knock you clean out. So, like, just shut up. Shut up. You're not a big man. Because you've got a pair of trunks on. Do you know what I mean? Like, get it.
Yeah. I think it's personal perspective, though, isn't it? If like, obviously, Scotty Tuati came out and said, when I'm touring, I don't want to be in an intergender match. And I get it.
Oh, no, that's fine. It wasn't even his comment that got me. It was another stupid comment that I was like, I know for a fact if I squared up to you and I dropped you, like, just get a grip. Come on, like, you're just saying these things now because you've seen people are jumping on it and you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna jump on that for a few likes on Twitter. It's really not worth it because you're making yourself look silly while you're doing it. Like, I understood his comment and I was like, fair play. Do you know what I mean? Like, I totally get that. But there was this stupid ass comment and I was like, it's shit on everything us women have done for years. I've been wrestling for 11 years and it's shit on everything that I had done prior. Like, I did camp shows and was doing open challenges against some of the lads, and like the mums that would come to me afterwards and was like, you've really gave our daughter a lot of inspiration to never get bullied by lads at school. Like, it can be so positive, but some people can make it so negative as well. So I feel like it's got to be a balance sort of thing.
Yeah, there has. I mean, obviously, you know what fans are like. They're quite fickle. And again, wrestling is subjective. If there's a fan out there, I guess, that doesn't like intergender wrestling, then don't watch it. Don't shit on it.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. If you
like,
don't like it, then don't watch it. You don't have to throw hate on something that people are doing just because you don't understand or you're not open-minded enough to see it from other people's point of view. Like, just shut up.
It's a nice way to kind of look at it because obviously you don't get many females that will speak out about it. You might get a few on Twitter, but ones that will actually just voice their opinion are very few and far between. And obviously the way that you've just explained it there, if there are people out there that do have a problem with intergender wrestling, then that's purely your problem, no one else's.
Yeah, like I guess it's just from your level of understanding, but please understand from our level that if we didn't want to be in that position, we wouldn't be. So you don't have to throw comment like that. If you don't want to see it, don't watch it. It's just purely that simple.
But again, like you say, 2023.
Exactly.
It isn't that simple anymore.
But 2023, freedom of speech. I'm going to say what I want to say.
Hey, I said what I wanted to say and I got battered by flipping God knows anyone.
When I said my tweet, I got a few tweets back and a few DMs like, can you remove this? And I was like, no, because I stand firm on what I believe in, and everyone knows that if I want to say something, I'll say it, and I don't really give a shit who I offend, because if I believe it's true in my heart, then I'm gonna speak on it and stand on it. Simple.
Love it. There you see, Dan. There's more of us out there. You see.
No,
yeah, boy.
I know.
Oh, you sound very enthusiastic about that. Cheers, mate.
Honest, mate, I've got loads of comments and questions coming through. I'm just filtering through them.
Okay, well, let's do 5 minutes of
Sorry,
questions.
we just proper went off on this. Sorry, Dan.
Yeah, we're allowed to.
So
we're allowed to.
One from John. Obviously, the red and the blue bit's been done, but anyone that you haven't wrestled and you would like to?
Sky Smithson.
Okay.
Definitely. Is he just asked if I'm a red or a toffee? Yeah, I'm a red, but Sky Smithson is on the scene now, and we've never had the pleasure of working together. And I feel that is definitely up there with one of the future opponents I want. I've wrestled quite a few. I don't know who's left. Ivy. I've not wrestled Ivy in a singles match. I think that would be really good. And me and Emerson Jane did a match at TNT. I think it could have been last year, and I'd like to redo that again. I feel like that could be something special now. Now I know who I am. Yeah.
Nice guy. That was the best question you've asked, John, apart from the last bit, but good
effort. Next one from Dan Smith. What are your thoughts on AEW?
I don't watch too much of it to really comment on the product as a whole. But, you know, I watch clips of certain things. I feel like there's a lot of strong characters and not so many strong characters, but it's the same in everywhere, I guess. But, yeah, I'm not going to shit on it because I don't like shitting on things, but I do feel some things could be thought through a little better. But, yeah, I do feel like watching it sometimes, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was quite cool. So yeah, there's quite a few positives to take from watching AEW, but I don't have enough time to sit and watch a whole show. So I will take like highlights if I can. Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't get the time to watch a full show.
I'm a big fan of the highlights package.
Yeah, I love highlights.
40 minutes done. I have to sit there for 3 hours. Yeah. It's great. It's great. I mean, you can look at that, any way you want, guys. You obviously know the standard of female wrestling within the United States, and obviously there's a lot of fans that complain about the, how do we say it, the level of competitors that are in AEW, such as a Jade Cargill, Red Velvet, and they're still professional wrestlers, but the level of which they're at. There's a lot of people that say that they shouldn't be on TV, like people like yourself who's been on TV. Do you reckon AEW is a potential, stop off for you at some point?
Someone asked me this recently, and for me, the main goal has and always will be a WWE superstar because, as a kid, that was why I started wrestling through WWE, and I don't feel, I feel like I won't feel the accomplishment that I want to feel if I don't make it to like main roster one day. But I guess that's just my goals and me being who I want to be. But I do kind of want to dip into a bit of everything. Like going to Japan at 17 was cool because I got to work the Japanese style. So stopping off at AEW would be quite cool because then you could say, well, on my journey, I got to do these other cool things as well. Yeah. So I don't feel like it's the end goal for me, but it would definitely be something I'd be interested in along the journey.
Yeah,
for sure.
Good to have some. It sounds really bad, but as a talented female wrestler to be on that roster for however long, it elevates the division.
I do feel they have a lot of strong women. I don't really watch. I've told you I don't watch it much to know, but like having worked Tony in the past, I enjoyed working with Tony and Jamie Ater. I had the singles with Jamie years and years ago, back in 2017 or something. And there was most recently I watched her at 1PW, and I think she's really, really, really fucking good. So there's a lot of strong characters there, but I do get, like you say, there'll be people at WWE that people think are not ready to be on TV. I guess it's just people's opinion on wrestling, I guess.
Yeah, it is. I think it's more the company putting them out there to see if they can sink or swim. But national TV is not for me. I don't think national TV is the place to find out if you can sink or swim. Surely, get on Dark, Elevation, do kind of the house shows, and then when you're fully competent, then go on national TV.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I understand that point, yeah, for sure.
Because the thing is, all you're going to get is negativity, saying, oh, this person can't wrestle. It's same with when AEW first started, I guess. There was a lot of people that were just signed.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Because if anyone will find anything to shit on it, and if anyone does, they'll jump on it straight away. So yeah, you are right, like, yeah.
That's it. But we're going to move on to photo number 3, which is which is the pink one with the Catch Women's title. So the first one is for Grace, and she would like to Grace, and then Liverbird Lizzy Evo. I'm going to say it properly now before she smashes my head into something. We're not avoiding any questions, guys. We've got loads coming in, so let's keep them coming. Plenty of people watching as well, so thanks for joining us, guys. Okay, the next one is for Adam. I'm going to go along the lines of you can write whatever you want for this one.
Cool.
Oh, wait a minute. This one, something. Oh, here we go. This one's Adam and something inspirational if possible. No. What? This is why we ask you guys to put it in the comments prior to the actual. Good grief.
It's a good job I'm an inspirational person, isn't it?
Well, this is it. This is it. Because if not, we'd be all fucked, won't we, really?
There we go.
Oh, unbelievable. And then the next one is for Scott, and I think Scott's just watching as well. You what, John? What's he just put?
I think the Downey Yorkshireman has met his match. He's bricking it with the Liverbird in town.
I'm not bricking it. What are you on about?
Did Scott just want his name?
I believe so, unless he's commented otherwise.
He hasn't as of yet, no. So just name at the moment.
Yeah, name and then Liverbird Lizzy Evo. Yeah, John, I'm not bricking it. I've known Lizzie for many years through shows and whatnot. I think if she was going to do me head in, she'd have done it by now. So it's fine.
You're all good at the minute.
Stop, at the minute.
At the minute. We're all good at the minute, Chris.
What does that mean? I'm glad you're in Liverpool and I'm in Nottingham. I'm
only joking.
Yeah, of course, joking. Of course, joking. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's have a look. We've got one for Simon, and he would just like your autograph on this one. So not personalised, just your autograph on this one, please.
Phil.
How many goals are Liverpool going to beat Leeds by when they play next? They're not, because Liverpool are going to lose to the mighty Leeds United like they did at Anfield. What are you chuffing on about?
Normally I'd fucking argue against it, but I can't. I've got nothing to even back me up if I try it, do you know what I mean? So I'm just going to stay silent and hope for the best.
That's what all Liverpool fans do every game now.
Yeah, that's us at the minute. Like it feels like we're Evertonians.
I'd love to see Everton go down though.
It genuinely feels like how the Blues have felt all this time, and I actually feel sorry for them. I'll never give them shit again.
Oh no, get rid of them. Especially if this financial fair play comes into fruition and they get deducted points. That would be fantastic.
That'll be nuts, won't it?
I love it. They say Everton big club, but I don't think they've been a big club for a long time.
No, they haven't. Is that all them ones done now? Yeah.
Yeah, if you just put your
just finish them off. Yeah.
The rest of the ones, that would be fantastic.
I'll go into the questions then. So, have you ever wrestled Harley? She's calling herself Liverpool's #1 wrestler today.
I mean, it's quite funny that people have to do that, like, but yeah. I've worked Ollie in a singles match for, I think it was Superstar Pro. And then she was in the match at Soft Pro as well, which we were the first two to start it. So yeah, we've actually had the pleasure of linking up a couple of times. But yeah, she should know better than to call herself that. Let's be honest.
The next question is from John. So, Japanese wrestling schools, especially for women, are notoriously brutal. Any issues while in Japan?
I didn't have any issues wrestling in Japan, no, not at all. I had like issues being out there with like certain things, but it was nothing to do with any of the workers or, wrestling over there. It was hard hitting, don't get me wrong. It was kind of different because, like I said, some people over here would barely touch. So it was like completely different getting over there and being like, whoa, fucking hell. But yeah, it was kind of my cup of tea. I loved all that type of wrestling. I love, like, recently I wrestled Miyu, and that was really fun because she clearly lays all the stuff in, and super strong style is in Japanese is a big thing, and to be able to hold your own against the Japanese when they come over is actually really good. So yeah, I didn't have any problems while I was over there. No, like no injuries or anything like that.
Did you find it adjusting to the lifestyle over there?
I think, yeah, being 17 as well as not having the proper work requirements and stuff like that was like a big, massive deal for me at the time. Especially because I'd never gone out of country before. Like, that was the first time I'd ever sat on an airplane and left England. So it was really daunting to there was just one thing where we had to travel from Tokyo to Osaka, and it was 10 hours in a car, and all the other wrestlers were able to get on a tour bus, but I was the only one who wasn't allowed to get on the tour bus, and I feel like that played a massive part in feeling left out a lot and shit like that. But that was just like one day over there, do you know what I mean? So I can't say that defined the experience, but there was just things like that I was like, oh, I'm not quite used to that. So yeah. That was adjusting.
Why did they leave a tour bus? Was it just kind of?
I'm not sure. That was the first time we traveled. I don't know if it was maybe because I was jet lagged. So they gave me the two back seats in the 7-seater. But like, when you first go over somewhere and you don't really know anyone, you would like to mingle in and socialize and kind of get to know their culture, pick a few people's brains if possible. And I never really got the privilege to do that. I just spent 10 hours going to sleep.
Typical Brit.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, yeah.
Do you reckon you'll go back to Japan at some point?
I was so most recently, the end of last year, I was in contact with Dan Reed about going back over to Japan, not for Stardom, it was for somebody else. And there was just confusion with dates and stuff that never really got round to happening. So it would definitely be something I'm interested in the future. I really want to work for Joshi Pro, so yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. We've got loads of questions there, Dan. I can't keep up.
I know.
Oh, that's a good one by Stu. Use that one by Stu.
Let's choose one.
Second to bottom.
There we go.
That's a great question.
What are your passions outside of wrestling?
So I watch football. I feel like football is really passionate for me because of the family that I've been brought up in. Like I mentioned earlier, we're really diehard Reds. Always have been. So football is a massive one. I really love going to the gym because I feel like when my mental health toppled over quite a bit during COVID and after COVID, the only way to really get myself back focused and to get myself in a fresh state of mind was to work out, even if it wasn't lifting heavy weights and just doing something so small, just get it just got so much out of me. Like, I enjoyed it so much. So I'm really passionate about staying fit and healthy. And I don't mean to look good. I mean for me mentally. I feel like that's really important. And my family, I absolutely love spending family time with my nephews and my niece. That's the most important thing for me at the minute. So yeah, they're my passions mostly. Yeah.
That's nice. Just the Liverpool bit is a bit like.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not going so well at the minute, but
Do you
yeah.
get to go and see him?
Yeah, so last year I actually went a few times and I got to take me little nephew into the Cop, which was the first time he'd ever been in the Cop. So that was good
cool.
for him. He was a bit scared at first and I could tell by his little face, but he absolutely loved it. You know, Mo Salah scored a penalty. So he was buzzing, you know, and he's his favourite player. So just seeing his face and like, when he goes to them, I remember being young and going to watch WWE, and I knew that was planting little seeds in my head to one day maybe do this.
Yeah.
So I know when I take him to games, and he plays over weekend now, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, cool.
So when I take him to watch Liverpool, I know, is he doing what I used to do? You know, because like, our kids' imagination is nuts. Like, they can think of so much. And now we know that like words have power and shit like that, like scientifically proven. Like, I really, really want him to be planting seeds to be playing for Liverpool one day, but he better sort the shit out.
Get them free tickets.
Yeah. I want to meet Trent somehow, you know.
Oh, you got to think for Trent Alexander-Arnold, haven't you?
I swear, man. I don't know if it's because he's a Scouser. He's from the same place as me. And he's just heavy. Yeah, he's definitely one that I look up to.
Oh yeah, one you look up to. Okay, fair enough. I bet you got a poster of him on your wall, haven't you?
No, but I did ask for one and never got it.
I think that if anyone wants to send Lizzie a Trent Alexander-Arnold,
I'd be
poster,
more than happy to welcome one into my bedroom. Like, please.
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
I won't beg, but I will beg.
Of all the players,
I know,
are you disappointed that he can't get in the England squad?
I mean, I used to be, but then I was like, well, what if he gets injured when he plays in England and then he's shit when he comes back and he plays for us? So, like, sometimes I'm glad that he doesn't get game time for them.
Well, no, because there was the point where he was like one of the best right backs or best right wing backs. It was like,
at one point, everyone was talking about him, but now he can't seem to like catch a good break. So it just goes to show that people go through some shit times in life. Like, life really tests you, and it's just how you keep going with it, I guess. And it's the same with every profession.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've got Jesse Lingard down here for Forest.
Yeah,
and he was on the Diary of the CEO podcast. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, and he speaks very, very candidly about mental health in football. It's a great listen, and I kind of wonder if that's.
Oh, I'll definitely have to listen to that. I've not heard that.
He's really good in it. I mean, obviously, Lingard's not the kind of player that he was when he was at West Ham, or when he used to start for Man United. But I kind of guess that a lot of footballers, much like wrestlers, kind of hide a lot of things from the general public, but battle it secretly at home. Do you think there's a comparison?
Yeah, definitely.
Don't want to get into the heavy stuff, right? Adam actually says, "I bet you've got a Trent Alexander-Arnold pillow that you cuddle every night."
No, I wish I did.
I was going to say, if there was one, you probably have it. So.
I just put him as my lock screen on my phone and then put him on the pillow next to me so that like he's just next to me on the pillow.
Have you really got
I'm
him on
joking,
your lock
I don't
screen?
really. I actually sound like a weirdo.
Have you really got that as your lock screen?
No.
No.
I used to.
Are you serious?
But I don't know more.
I can't cope, Dan.
I'm gonna have to prove it to you that I don't.
I can't cope tonight, mate. We've talked about One Direction, Liverpool, and lock screens.
This is the first and last time you'll ever get me for this.
I tell you, this I can't. Me can't cope tonight.
At least we've laughed, eh?
But hey, this is it. Life is about laughing. Right,
Okay.
before we move on to the next question, we're going to finish off with photo number 4, which is yourself and Zaya.
Yep.
Obviously, this is when you first showed up as Eliza Alexandra. And
Yep.
So, got quite a few for this one. So the first one is for Kev, and he would like 2 Kev, and then Eliza Alexander, please. We'll get these boshed out, and then we'll finish off with some questions. Not about Trent Alexander-Arnold or One Direction.
Please don't, because it's like, the more I talk about him, the more I look like a stalker, so let's not mention Trent again.
What? The more I talk about him, the more I look like a stalker.
Yeah, it's horrible. I'm like,
at least you don't stand outside his house.
This man, and it needs to calm down.
You don't stand outside his house with a big sign saying, "Marry me, dear."
No, see, sometimes I'm like reining in a little bit, because what would you do if a fan did this to you?
Well, this is it.
So I'm like, yeah, I know my limits.
Unbelievable.
Just admire from afar.
Unbelievable. Just a quick one. Can we go back to photo 2, please, Lizzie?
Yeah.
And can you, one that you've just signed with your autograph, can you just personalise it to John?
John.
So, Jon. If that's all right.
Yeah.
And then we'll go back to option 4. Thank you for that. Lovely. So we've done Kev. The next one is for Danny. And he was just like, 2 Danny, and then your autograph, please.
Danny with a Y?
Yes. Danny.
Yeah, boy.
And again, guys, whilst we're doing this photo number 4, if you do want to pick any other photos up, please let us know. Message me separately. Okay, next one is for Jess, and she would just like 2 Jess and your autograph, please.
Yep.
And the next one is for Scott. And he would just like 2 Scots and your autograph, please.
Yeah. I haven't signed this many photos since, like, you know, when you had to do meet and greet after shows and you was a baby face.
Oh, yeah.
This was the last time I had to sign this many.
There you go. As long as you're having fun, that's the main thing. John says you're breathing quite heavily. Dan, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. Thanks, John.
Are you sure?
I don't. Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you struggling sitting down?
No, I'm fine. Thank you.
You look annoyed.
No, not still. There's just loads of questions coming through tonight, so I'm just filtering through everyone.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Then we'll finish off on that photo 4 to Adam, and again, anything you'd like to write and your autograph.
Adam.
Guys, if you're gonna message me during this live, I can't answer all questions.
Is that the last personalised one, Chris?
No, we're going to do another one at number 4, and that's to Dan. And Dan, and then just your autograph.
Yep.
I'm just trying to go back and see which ones he ordered, because he's asked right as we're about to finish. Unbelievable. The pink background, photo number 3.
Yeah.
If you can just put to Dan the Man on one of the ones that you just put your autograph on, please. And then
Dan
the same,
Man.
yeah, and then the same on the one with the belts as well, please. And then Dan Smith, we have got you sorted, mate.
Sorted.
Nice one. Thank you for that.
No problem.
Cool. Right. We're going to go through a few more questions, guys, before we say good night to Lizzie. So if you want to throw in your questions, please do. And again, if you want to buy any photos, we've still got a few left on each of the options. Again, just put it in the comment box. So Dan,
question from Scott: which UK women's wrestler is going to have a breakout year this year?
Oh, I feel like there's quite a few. I feel like LA Taylor will be a big one. She's got the potential to be so good. Ivy, for sure, she's definitely due a massive break where a lot of people should be paying close attention to her. You know, if I sat here and said all the ones in my head, a lot of people would get offended. So I'm just going to say them two for now because, you know, I don't want to offend anyone. But I do believe when Kanji comes back properly, she's going to be the one that everyone tries to snap up straight away.
Yeah, Kanji, obviously, previous Progress Women's Champion as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I believe there's so much room for her to be a star everywhere she goes. And the creativity that she brings to matches is just like, I haven't wrestled anyone that comes up with ideas and creative mindset the way she does. So she's definitely an asset to keep in wrestling for sure.
Yeah, I guess as long as she can stay injury free, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because she's plagued by injuries most of the time, bless her. So if she can try and stay away from that, that'd be good. But again,
so the next question comes from Stu Brown. Who is your favourite person to wrestle in Scotland?
Angel A's and Molly Spartan are the two ones that I've worked with the most. Angel A's being the one that I feel I'm not that I enjoy working with her more. I just feel like we were so similar before we met each other. Like, we did similar moveset and we moved around the ring similar. And I feel like she's just a younger version of me in so many ways. So Angel Ace is definitely the one I love working from Scotland the most.
Good question. Good question.
Next one from John. Lizzie, what tattoos / ink do you have?
Hey, no one's ever asked me this before. So I have a portrait of my hand holding my nan's hand, which we took when she was in hospital before she passed away. And then I got the angel wing to protect both of our hands. And then I got the Stairway to Heaven. I got this one, was really bad, so don't ever copy me. But I got this when I was 15 and my mum absolutely battered me. And it just says faith. And the story behind that was I had a little dog and a mum basically squashed her when she was a pup and she had lack of oxygen and she stopped breathing. So we had to hand rear her and like pump her heart back together. And mum basically disowned her after that because we had touched her and a scent and everything, and she didn't want anything to do with her. So we had to basically raise this puppy like she was a little baby, and we fed her milk and stuff. So we didn't know how long she would survive. So we called her Faith because we had to have faith that, you know, she would make it. And so I got that tattoo saying faith with a paw print and a star because I wanted to one day be a star. So yeah, I come in 15 like that. Yeah, mum, look at this. And she just went, blink. And I have roses on my hip, but yeah, they're not really that important. They were just art.
I love the art. I can't say
Yeah.
I'm covered. I don't have many stories about my tattoos, but still.
Next one from Dan Smith. What has been the best highlight of your career so far?
I've got a few. Can I have a few, or is it just going to be
Have
one?
as many as you want.
So one of them, obviously, being wrestling for 1PW and wrestling Mickey James for 1PW, because I used to watch them a lot when I got into wrestling, and seeing how good the people were that they used, like AJ Styles and all them people, like, so to, you know, be named amongst all them people that have worked for 1PW is quite cool. Wrestling for WWE, getting to be in the performance center, you know, having Shawn Michaels be your boss, you know, just stuff like that was really. There was days I would walk into the PC and I'd be like, this is so fucking crazy. Like, I'd be normally just on the streets of Liverpool going to the shop or like just doing normal stuff, but here I am in NXT UK and like there's big W's everywhere, like just real stuff that you really dream of as a kid. So yeah, that there was one point when I was in the ring and I got whipped from one corner to the other, and as I was running, I could just see the W logo on the buckles, and I was like, "This is so fucking sick." So I always remember that so much because it's like it's the small things for me. Like you could give me any title in the world, and yeah, it's a massive deal, but you know, it's the small things that I appreciate. And if you don't clap for the small wins, the big wins don't really mean that much.
It's a good way to look at it, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Very good way. Guys, we're just going to go for one more question, please. And then we will draw close to our live with Lizzy.
Okay. So, last one from John. Any major injuries and moves that you won't take?
I've not come across a move that I've not been willing to take so far. Everyone's been pretty safe with moves. I remember fucking my rotator cuff trying to do an RKO from an FU, and like I'll probably never try that again. That's the only thing, because yeah, it just ended terribly and I'll never do it again. Yeah. The one injury that I've hit me the most is I snapped my big toe taking a German suplex, and I just over rotated and my legs came over my head and all my toes just like bent, and my big toe has never recovered. So yeah, that's probably the worst injury I ever had.
A snapped big toe. I've never heard that.
It's horrible because I never ever got it fixed. I never got it. Look, I just kept wrestling because I just thought, oh, it'll get back to normal. I didn't realize it was snapped, and then after time, it never went back to normal. It just stayed, and I was like, yeah, I've got a problem. But now I'm used to working on it. That if I heal it, I'm scared to heal it because I'm like, my body has got used to working around it now.
So when you say snapped,
I'm crazy. I have.
Is it snapped at the bridge of the bone, or is it just snapped in half? Or
So you know when how I gathered that it was snapped. So I was looking at them, and my big toe. Oh, I've never had a toe that goes the other way. Obviously, like because you would know. And I would remember after the match. Normally, when you hurt yourself in a match, you don't really feel it till you get home and you've settled down. But this, I felt in the ring, and I felt coming out of the ring and getting changed. So I knew it was definitely something was up with it, because I was like, I've never had this before. My adrenaline's normally still pumping to the point where I can't feel anything.
Yeah.
So when I showed the paramedic, she was like, can you please, I'm going to ask you to go get that checked. And she knows me. She knows I don't fucking go to the hospital to sit there for hours to be told, oh, yeah, just bandage it up. Like, I've got, but I can do that myself. So I was just stubborn, and I was like, I'm not going to go. And then I should have went because it's never repaired. And my toe is like normal, and then it just goes wee that way. It's fucking horrible.
Well, it's one of the things. Is you've got a story for it, haven't you?
I guess so, yeah. But I'd be like, yeah, any other moves fine, but like just taking a German suplex or snap me big toe. Like, how do you even like? You know, you don't even land on your feet.
No, you don't.
I think it just went over my head and my toes just went. I didn't expect to jump as high as it did.
Wow. Shame on you for taking it too well.
Bloody hell.
Don't do that again.
Nah, I haven't. I haven't since.
Never, ever, ever. Never, ever. To be honest, I'm the same. I won't take a back body drop.
Is that why you won't take a back body drop?
But I've smashed my ankles 4 times.
Is that what?
So I just don't bother taking it. I'd rather do something else.
Yeah.
I'll take anything else.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
I mean, if you know you've hurt yourself many times, then definitely do something else to be safe, of course.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's the most stupid stuff, isn't it? And it's like it's supposed to be simple, but it's really fucking not.
Well, this is it. Do you remember when Pac broke his ankle doing a baseball slide?
Yeah. See, like simple stuff.
That is, it's ridiculous.
Someone broke the wrist taking an arm drag, and I was like, taking one? And they were just like, I was just really super cautious, so I put my hand down and I shouldn't have. And I was like, yeah, okay, there we go.
I saw someone break both their elbows taking a suplex.
Nasty. See, sometimes when people are extra careful, that's when you get hurt, because it's like, you just relax, man. Be relaxed in your body. You don't have to be so fucking stiff.
Tense, yeah.
Yeah.
It also shows you don't trust the person you're wrestling.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's one thing. I guess if you don't trust me, then I don't really want to be working with you.
Yeah. No, I fully understand that. Right, then, guys, we're coming to the end of the live. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for throwing your comments in there. Oh, we've got a minute. William Hughes says, every time I've met Lizzy, she has been wonderful. When I was in hospital the other year, I had a T-shirt ordered, and my missus had to bring it to me. The reply she gave me carried it through the bad stage. Okay, well, that's great.
Oh. Well, that's really nice. Thank you for that. I needed to hear that today. Appreciate that.
That's nice. Good job. I hope you're all right now, mate. So that's
passing all the love, Will.
We can end it on a high note. Lizzy, is there anywhere social media wise that you can plug?
So all my merch at the minute is all sold out, but you can go on my bio on Instagram. I have some t-shirts and jumpers still available from a collab that I did with a Liverpool fan, but it's not on Liverpool related, so it fits for everyone. That's if you're interested in merch, and just casual stuff is Lizzy Evo 97 on Instagram and Lizzy Evo 97 on Twitter. I think. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Love it. We rehearsed this one, honestly.
I'm so unorganized. Like I said to you today, Chris, I don't know how I've got a boat for the last 24 years of my life, but we roll.
Hey, listen.
We roll.
We live for another day, don't we?
Yeah.
You got through today, you can get through tomorrow. That's it.
That's the one.
I guess. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us. Big Dan, any last words?
No, all good. Thank you very much for joining us, Lizzy.
Thank you for having me. Lads, again, thank you for waiting as long as you did. Like, I really do appreciate it massively.
No worries. Cool. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you Thursday night for Beyond the Buckle podcast, live at 8:30.
Peace.